Call all yell Bashim Yell Shy. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you brothers out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth in truth and sincerity, risking your lives to do so. It's the brother Yaodan. Man, we almost out of here. Here it is. We had this Fresno shooting. I think it was today. Could be wrong. But I had to share this with the brothers, man. I found this shit on Facebook. And it's just incredible the extent that this devil's going to demonize Jake, man. And it's not even surprising because the scriptures foretold this type of stuff to happen. You know, it just shows you how close we are to that time of Jacob's trouble. So I want to make this brief. Brothers, check this out. We'll jump into this here.
Y'all racists got the white devils and you coons and fuck niggas not taking this serious. We will continue to bring destruction and wrath upon America until we establish a kingdom of infinite peace and progress. That's what we're doing. All this fuckery is going to cease. I'm a black power rebel. Fuck a white devil, stay clutching on the metal and pushing on the pedal. So explosive for you numbers, I be active. Come from the shoulders, or we could get the blasted. Time to unite, take flight on these devils. Their time is up, gotta take it to another level. Sing our relentless will be. Assalamu alaikum. Allahu Akbar.
So there it is, man. You know, you just had this Facebook live shooter so happened to basically kill himself when, well, hell, when I woke up this morning, it was that he got shot by the police. This dude that was in Cleveland that was videotaping himself live killing people. That old man notably supposedly killed several other people. Never found their bodies, but like I said, nonetheless, this morning waking up, they said he was killed by police in an encounter with them, and somehow it was 2 states, I think it was, from where he originally was, and then later on in the day, they said that he committed suicide, and then there's plenty of information out there now proving that this was a blatant false flag. You have these agent provocateurs trying to associate Jake with terrorism and things of that nature, which it was all written that it would be that way. So we have this here, and basically, then you have this Fresno shooting today, where you have this bugged out Jake stating all this stuff, that like we're somehow gonna take this truth and we're gonna save ourselves, like we don't need Yahushua to come get us out of this situation that we're in this captivity. You know what I'm saying? It's completely bugged out. And basically what they're preparing for is this martial law and Jacob's trouble. And they're going to start putting so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans into, these FEMA camps and whatnot. And this is the beginning of trouble, as it is written, and they're just trying to demonize Jake, trying to do everything they can to stop this word from coming true. But in fact, they're furthermore pushing it and making it true by doing such. So we will go ahead and grab a few scriptures here, because we're going to shut this shit down, because we are certainly not going to save ourselves, and we are not going to go on, at least us brothers here at Great Millstone, sincere brothers, not going to go on mass shooting sprees, killing Edomites, taking the Lord's judgment into our own hands. And we'll prove that. This is Deuteronomy 28:68, and it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Now, the point is, no man shall buy you. No physical human being is going to be able to get us out of this predicament that we're in. Shalom up. Yeah. It's all gravy. So like it says, no man shall buy you. Like I was saying, is there's no human being that's going to be able to save Jake out of this situation that we're in. There's no amount of shooting sprees or killing Edomites or killing heathens and things like that. That's going to take these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and you strangers that look like other nations out of the situation that we're in this lowest state. And it's written that way. If that was the case, then Nat Turner's revolution would have been successful. If that was the case, then there's many, many instances in history with Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom that failed because we cannot get ourselves out of the situation that we're in right now, being in slavery in America and in the world. All right. So no man shall buy you out of this situation. So, this type of fuckery, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this brother's right. These Edomites are the wicked. Okay. And we here at GMS, we attest to that biblically. That's what the scriptures say, that there was a wicked incarnate in the flesh that came on the earth that would, attempt to eliminate the Israelites. And this is proof who really is the wicked. You got Esau paying these coons, man, to do shit like this. All right, play this a little bit again.
It will continue to bring.
I mean, the dude has a Nimrod penis on his head, an Egyptian penis on his head, the symbol of fertility, completely bugged the fuck out.
Destruction and wrath upon America.
See, we are not going to do shit. Okay, let's get this straight. We, as a group, being the children of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, are not going to do shit. Because if we were able to do something, we would have done it a long time ago. Truthfully, we can't even help ourselves out of this situation. So this statement is completely erroneous and untrue. All right, so what you have here is Esau, Edom, Satan in the flesh, perpetrating Jake as the enemy. And like I said, what they're going to do is they're going to open these camps up and they're going to start pushing you 2/3 coons and, of course, men of the Lord, possibly even, myself into slave camps, man, where they're going to try and chip you with this RFID chip. And they're going to exterminate us on a mass scale. And they've done that all throughout history. But they're going to ramp it up, man. These devils are not playing anymore. These devils are so scared that this prophecy is rapidly unfolding. And these things are playing out the way they are, that they have no choice but to do shit like this. And I suspect that we're going to start seeing a lot more things like this. Like I said, that Cleveland shooter, they changed the story like 5 times, saying that old boy killed himself. And then, like I said, I woke up this morning, I saw an article that said that he was killed by police. There's plenty of stuff out there that proves that the whole shooting was not real. I mean, the gun was above the dude's head that he so-called shot. There was no blood on his clothes. There was no physical evidence. I mean, even if you watch CSI, man, you don't need no degree to know that shit was fake. I mean, there's certain elements that when you pop somebody's head open, even in some of these homicide shows that I've seen in the past, when you open a human skull up, it's a vacuum. Your head is a vacuum. So when your head opens up, basically the blood spatter, the traces of blood splatter is significant. And of course, your brain being the most important organ in your body next to your heart, the majority of the blood goes to your brain. So there would have been an incredible amount of blood, and the splatter would not be consistent with what we saw in that Cleveland shooting. It's a completely fake situation. They failed at editing it. They failed at the Photoshop. It's really tacky. And then we have the same type of shit right here with this stuff here.
So we establish a kingdom of infinite peace and progress.
See, we ain't going to do that though. The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is going to avenge us. We have faith. You see, here at Great Millstone, we have faith that we will be saved by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We don't need to worry about saving ourselves. We don't need to build up an arsenal. We don't need to build up supplies. We don't need to build up weaponry. We don't need to be in the best physical condition. We don't need to organize ourselves in such a manner that we are going to take judgment on ourselves. Okay, what's going to happen is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, who the world calls God and Jesus Christ, is going to come back with his army of angels in what are called so-called UFOs, and he's going to destroy this place, America and the world, and these militaries, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, we are not going to do any of that. And what happens after the Messiah comes back is he may or may not give the men of Great Millstone spiritual power to bid his will. You see, but we're not going to do that ourselves in our own intent. See, the Most High will give his men, his chosen men, that spiritual power to basically render his judgment on the earth. Okay, but us ourselves right now in this instance, in this situation, we're not stockpiling AK-47s and AR-15s and Teflon vests and, you know, holding military boot camps in Israelite camps to try and form some type of Israelite rebellion towards the American, you know, hierarchy, or the world hierarchy. I should say the Edomite hierarchy, because those are the people ruling the world right now, these so-called Caucasians. All right, so this shit is erroneous.
That's what we're doing. All this fuckery is going to cease.
Which is true. This shit is going to stop. But we are not going to stop it. Okay? You know, it's kind of comical that Esau, he's a corny bastard, man. Esau is a cornball. Esau is really tacky, man. No man shall buy you out of captivity. Man, why you think that we're in this situation? Like, we asked to be in captivity. Like, for some reason, Jake was like, you know what? We're going to throw away our kingdom. We're going to disassemble from the northern kingdom. The northern kingdom's going to get shipped to, or, you know, go to America. Then we're going to put ourselves in chains. And we're going to serve our enemies, serve the people that are a lesser people than us, willingly. Like, we all came together and decided to do that. Come on, man. We were put in this situation because the Most High power, our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, put us in this predicament. You think we're going to be able to overthrow his discernment? You think that the men of Great Millstone are going to try and defy the Most High's will? Hell no, man. We take this judgment, we take this persecution with joy, man, that we might be able to suffer for the Most High for all of our disobedience, all of the things that we did against the Most High. Moving to the next scripture, 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And that would be Esau Edom, man. He's a roaring lion, you know, because you have the spiritual demon Satan, and then you have his nation of people that he inhabits on the earth, which would be the so-called Caucasians. Now, not every so-called Caucasian that you run across is going to be an Edomite. Because even myself, I look like a so-called Caucasian. However, my father is what you would call a so-called Negro. And there's plenty of cases of that all around the world, where in other nations, you know, you may have an appearance that you look like that nation, but in reality, your bloodline goes back to being a Hebrew Israelite. The precipice of nationality being a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. But it doesn't just stop at that. And it doesn't just stop at color. So you can't just take color and found your defense on that. You know, we do say, you know, you Caucasians, you so-called Caucasians are going into slavery. But first and foremost, you're not white. Secondly, not all of the Caucasoid race are Edomites. So you can tell that Esau is getting really desperate right now. Esau is getting really desperate. And he's a roaring lion, man. So Satan is being authorized through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to authorize his people, which would be the Edomites, the wicked, to step this escalation up, to start profiling Jake, to do shit like this. And then you have this Cleveland shooter. And then, I mean, come on, man. The dude's name is Stevie Stevens. Come on, man. Esau's probably laughing in his mansion right now, laughing at you niggas, man, believing this shit. I didn't even have to type shooter in Cleveland. See, that's probably the most searched shit on the internet. This dude, man, you know, Here it is. You got this dude that has a beard. This isn't even really a picture of him that you mostly see. It's this dude. Yeah. So see, they're trying to demonize having a beard, trying to demonize Jake, knowing damn well that Jake has never been that type of way in history. Jake's done some foul shit, but Jake will never just be some random dude just go down the street and just smoke somebody like some psycho dude. That's mainly the so-called Caucasians that do that type of shit. They lose their wig and they can't even help it because they're the devil. But what you have here is it's a clear um, provocation of Jake. Here it is in America. You have, and not even just America, but the world. But you have a situation developing where these Edomites are so scared about this prophecy coming true, and they can do nothing about it, that they need to stop, in their eyes, stop what they can about this truth. So now if you have a beard, you're a terrorist, or you perpetrate hate crime, or you're unstable. If you're against this man's system, the American structure, then you're a terrorist. Then you're a psychopath that could snap at any point and just smoke somebody that's walking down the street. Like I said, dude's name is Stevie Stevens. Okay, if you look into the story, it's got all kinds of holes in it. It looks like Swiss cheese, man. It's leaking everywhere. The video's even more incriminating. And basically, like I said, they can't even get their story straight, man, about this dude. Nor can they get this story straight either. So that's the devil, man. We got to be sober. We got to stay circumspect. We got to stay in our A game, because this devil is doing major things right now around the world to distract people, as well as to provoke Jake, provoke these other nations to look at Jake like we are the problem, so that they can justify themselves, these so-called Caucasians, justify themselves for shooting us down in the street, for putting us in prisons, for RFID chipping us, harvesting our organs, kidnapping our women and our children, demonize us, man, so that they have a justification in their eyes, at least for the world's sake, to line us up and exterminate us as a nation of people. And it's not just so-called Negroes either. You other tribes, so like, you need to understand that this devil is using Judah and the southern kingdom as a precipice, man. He's posturing Judah up because he knows that Judah is the head tribe. He definitely looks at you so-called Latinos and Native Americans the same exact way. Even us Confusion of Faith brothers that don't necessarily look like the base tribes. He knows that we are out there. He knows that we are against his kingdom as well. Okay, we're not going to go out here and start going on shooting sprees. Okay, because we don't need to do that. The Most High is going to avenge us for us. We are not going to avenge ourselves. All right, this devil is roaring about the world as a lion, doing the most right now, man. In fact, we'll grab that. We will grab that. I can't remember which part it is in. I think it's Acts. I could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong. Slock Romans. Yeah, Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. So we don't have anything at all to worry about, Akyam and Akwath. Our vengeance is going to be taken out by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This type of stuff is not real. And you have 2/3, playing it out. They don't even understand that they are subjecting themselves to their own destruction. They're going to be asking this so-called Caucasian devil, what are you doing, when they're ushering you into a FEMA camp and they're lining you up to a firing squad or to a guillotine or to a gas chamber, to exterminate your ass. Why are you doing this to me, man? I said, because, man, you're the children of God. And even if you don't believe it, that's why they're doing this type of shit. All right? And you so-called Latinos too, man. And you so-called Native Americans. And you confusions of faces that are relaxed right now in America have a rude ass awakening coming to you. You so-called Latinos that think just because you have your own country, being Mexico and South America, that you're somehow equal to this devil, this so-called white man. You got another thing coming to you. I promise you. I promise you. He hates you just as much as he hates the so-called Negroes. He just uses Judah to posture the entire nation of Israel. All right? Avenge not yourselves, man. We don't need to avenge ourselves. We don't need to go on mass shooting sprees. Because you know what? We have a power so strong and so great. We're talking about the creator of all life and existence as we know it. The entire system that we live every day, written from beginning to end, already known and told from the creator that will come back and handle this situation for us. Because we're not going to buy ourselves out of slavery. We're not going to buy ourselves out of this situation. You think if I could wake up tomorrow and be like, man, I don't feel like being a slave anymore, that I would not do it? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That if I could just wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I don't want to work for Esau anymore. I don't want to have to listen to Esau anymore. I'm gonna go out and live on my own land and raise my family and, get a dog and a cat and have some kids and everything will be all right. Come on, man. We gotta be circumspect. We gotta be sober, man. We gotta be diligent. We have to realize the situation and the time we're in, because we are like a snowball rolling down a hill. The snowball's getting bigger and bigger and it's starting to roll out, man. We gotta really be on our shit, man. Like the elders say, we gotta have our shit wired tight. Revelations 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath a short time. See, this is the beginning of sorrows that was written in Matthew 20:24. The beginning of sorrows, rumors of wars and wars, and they shall hate you for my name's sake. Hate us because we prophesy the truth of the Bible. Us here at Great Millstone, starting with the elder apostles down and the elders of other camps, sincere brothers in other camps all around the world, pushing this truth and sincerity. They're terrified of us. And this is the beginning of that great wrath. Them pulling these cute little stunts, these tacky little stunts like this, that, of course, being the men of the Lord, Lord willing, we see right through, man. And this is just going to get worse. I suspect that there's going to be a continuance of this type of activity. Here it is. You had this dude come out, and then you have this clown here doing the same shit today, shortly after the dude that, was in Cleveland did that. All right. And it seems like Esau kind of tries to roll shit out in the summer. So here it is starting to warm up again. This devil's going to start getting more active, doing more and more, risky and, gambling and things like that, trying to do what he can to demonize Jake. And really what it comes down to, demonize Great Millstone. These Edomites don't give two fucks about you IUIC camps or you other camps, reprobate camps. Not to shun any of you brothers in those camps, because the Lord says that you may wake up and come to the truth, which we believe here at Great Millstone we have given to us by Yahweh Shem Yahushai through the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. All right, that's who they're really afraid of. That's why they're doing stuff like this, because they're desperate. And it was written. So we'll go ahead and play this clip one more time, and we'll get out of here.
Y'all racists got the white devils and you coons and fuck niggas not taking this serious. We will continue to bring destruction and wrath upon America until we establish a kingdom of infinite peace and progress. That's what we're doing. All this fuckery is going to cease. I'm a black power rebel. Fuck a white devil, stay clutching on the metal and pushing on the pedals.
I mean, just real quick though. Black man, come on, man. Black, void of understanding, really? Really? Come on, man. We're not black, man. That's so old. And so is white. That's what I'm saying. This devil is tacky, man. He's really tacky.
from the shoulders, or we could get the blasted. Time to unite, take flight on these devils. Their time is up, gotta take it to another level. Sing our relentless will be. Assalamu alaikum. Allahu Akbar.
Tacky, man. Incredibly tacky. Hey, cheers to you Edomites, man. Cheers, man, because you are continuing to tell on yourself. So I hope that this was edifying. And for now, to y'all brothers that are sincere, I say shalom.